The McLaren crash livestream. On October 5th, 2024 in Miami, Jack Doherty crashed his 2024 McLaren while live streaming on Kick.
Oh! Oh! No! 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 Oh, fuck. No, watch out. Holy shit.
During the stream, he was visibly distracted, repeatedly looking down to read chat messages and respond on his phone as he drove through heavy rain. The conditions on the road were already hazardous, and the cameraman's angle made it clear that Jack was not maintaining consistent control of the vehicle.
Literally, guys, you can't see shit. I'm most likely going to crash this car. No, I'm kidding. Hopefully not. This is bad.
As the car continued at high speed, the tires lost traction on the wet surface. The McLaren hydroplaned veered across the right lane and collided with a roadside security barrier. The crash occurred live with approximately 185,000 viewers watching in real time. The vehicle, valued at over $200,000, was left severely damaged and considered totaled.
A YouTube star totaled his $200,000 McLaren after he live streamed himself texting while driving in the rain. Even more tragic, he survived.
In the immediate aftermath, Jack's friend had sustained a clear head injury and was visibly bleeding. However, instead of ending the broadcast or prioritizing medical assistance, Jack continued the stream. He handed him the phone to continue recording and asked him to capture additional angles, creating the impression that documenting the event took precedence over addressing the injury.
No fucking... Michael, here. Michael, do you have your film on that phone too? No.
Public reaction focused less on the accident itself and more on the decisions leading up to it and the response afterward. The footage showed a driver distracted during hazardous weather conditions and then treating an injured passenger as part of the broadcast rather than a priority for care.
His friend is clearly injured, bleeding from his head. He is fucking leaking. And Jack Doherty doesn't give a shit. He hands him the phone to keep filming for stream and then tells him to film on an additional phone as well to get multiple angles, I guess. He was trying to make like a 360-degree video out of it. I have no clue. Michael, shake it off for a second. Look, I know you might have a concussion. I know you're bleeding all over the place, but you have to remember, we're in the middle of content right now. So I'm gonna need you to get your act together, rub some dirt in it, and double fist these phones and film me, okay? I'm the superstar here, and I'm gonna put on a little bit of a show here for the content, okay?
It clearly was of paramount need for Jack to immediately seek medical urgency for his friend, as the situation called for a different treat than the one Jack was displaying. It was so saddening how he resolved to take the situation lightly and entirely shifting it to the purpose of content for views.
Instead of doing the sensible thing of stopping the stream and getting medical care to your friend who clearly needs it, he instead doubles down and wants even more footage of it, even though he looks like the biggest fucking idiot on the planet for this.
Shortly after the incident, Kick suspended Jack's account, citing violations of platform safety rules related to dangerous and distracted driving on stream. The moment became a defining example, which critics pointed to when discussing the growing concern that the pursuit of live stream content was being placed above basic safety and responsibility. Getting kicked out of Twitchcon. Jack getting kicked out of Twitchcon was one of his most publicly visible turning points. During this year's Twitchcon event, he showed up without a badge and the proper registration and without permission to film.
My appeal is definitely not going through now. We snuck into Twitchcon. We snuck into Twitchcon. We snuck into Twitchcon. Yeah, we all did it. I didn't look back. You guys are being...
Despite that, he moved around the venue as if he was meant to be there. He went into creator-only areas, joined activities that required verification, and streamed as if it were a normal day. Twitchcon has strict rules about access and recording, especially in restricted zone. Once staff and security realized Jack had no credentials and was essentially gate-crashing to record content, they intervened.
You mind stepping out over here? I need to speak to you.
Yeah.
Just come on out.
I got you.
Come on out over to right out here.
How you know?
Instead of complying and leaving, Jack and his group of girls began arguing with security and made the situation more disrespectful than it needed to be.
Excuse me, what's your issue?
Wait, where's the Super Mario?
Oh my god, that girl just passed out.
Where?
Hell,
Sir,
where?
She just passed out.
Passed out.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, she's dead ass on the floor right there. She's passed out.
Sir.
You don't give a fuck. You care more about nothing.
Move over there now.
Wait, what the?
Excuse me, what's your name? Excuse me, sir? You're too short to be security. You are way too short to be security.
Security eventually escorted them out of the venue. The entire interaction was recorded and posted online. Viewers didn't interpret this as just another chaotic moment. They saw it as Jack being publicly stopped and removed from a space he had been trying to align himself with. And because discussion around his behavior was already circulating at the time, this incident spread quickly and reinforced that narrative. Getting removed from TwitchCon became a humbling moment for Jack. For the first time, he wasn't in control of the environment or the reaction. And just for gate crashing and causing a scene, Twitch followed up by issuing him a permanent suspension from the platform.
What the fuck? Bro, I think I got permanently fucking suspended on Twitch. For that. Is that bad?
Crashing McKinley in a golf cart. This was an incident involving a golf cart where McKinley, Jack's ex-girlfriend, sustained a serious ankle injury back when they were dating. Jack was drifting and doing stunts while driving the cart with McKinley in the passenger seat. He was driving at high speed, turning sharply, and not paying attention to stability or safety. Eventually, the cart flipped over.
Are you okay?
Allegedly, Jack flipped the cart on purpose, right on top of his girlfriend, just to farm clips and content online.
He flipped an entire golf cart on top of me on purpose, and it was for a clip. I know that because he was trying his best to flip it, and you can see in the footage, the only thing that he was looking for was the camera to see if they got it.
Oh, fuck.
McKinley's ankle had sustained a serious injury, and she later required surgery. After the injury, McKinley says she told Jack that she needed to go to a hospital.
I was in so much pain. He thought it was not that big of a deal. I was like, Jack, I need to go to the hospital. I was crying. I couldn't even walk. My back was so bruised up, and like my whole entire spine was just bruised.
However, Jack prioritized going to meet Antonio Brown on a yacht instead. Because of this, she ended up calling for an Uber, which is how she got to the emergency room for treatment. And when Jack showed up later on, he brought his camera with him. You know, like farming your girlfriend's medical emergency for content.
When I went, Jack had met me there and he had a camera and he was filming me. I was so embarrassed because I'm like, I'm in the hospital, you're filming all of these things. He was like, you're the baddest one in the hospital. And I was like, I'm just not in the mood for this.
Viewers have compared this reaction to the way he handled the McLaren crash, where a serious situation was also treated as content for live stream or video. This was the point where many people began to reconsider the image he had built. Relationship abuse. Jack Doherty's relationship with McKinley Richardson has been his biggest downfall spark. They broke up months ago after she called the cops on him after she felt like had enough of his bullshit.
Guys, look. Me and McKinley just broke up. The cops are outside of my house right now.
She would go on with her life until she eventually decided to do a podcast with Camila Araujo exposing her experience with Jack. Now, we're not here to sensationalize private details, that's not the point. What matters is how the public reacted to what she described. In that interview, she shares her experience from their relationship, how she felt controlled, emotionally overwhelmed, and pressured in ways that crossed her boundaries.
And
No good morning?
no, good morning.
Oh, okay.
No, it was, do you see what time it is? And I was like, yeah, I'm about to get up. I'm sorry. I just I didn't feel good. I was really tired. He was like, look at you. He's like, you can't even do basic fucking things like wake up at 8 a.m. He's like, I am who I am surrounding myself with, and it's you, and I'm turning into you, and it's horrible. You're a lazy, useless piece of shit.
And whether you believe every detail or not, what matters is the internet did. This wasn't just some breakup drama or a messy he said, she said situation. This was a perspective that reshaped how the entire internet viewed Jack Doherty overnight, because for years, viewers had gotten used to seeing Jack as the reckless prank guy, the kid who did dumb stuff for attention, the dude who always had something wild going on in the background.
What? Little Prompt, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Prompt? Yeah.
But this interview reframed all of that. Suddenly, those antics didn't look harmless anymore. They looked like patterns of control, patterns of escalation, patterns of pushing limits in ways that affected real people. Camilla and McKinley took 5 hours to go through the entire story of the 2 years that her and Jack were together, from the moment they met to their final days as a couple. Jack would later start treating her in ways especially enough to make her cry.
Make my life harder, I'm sorry. It's like I have to carry you through life, and it's like you're my girlfriend. I have things I have to do every day. So you're supposed to help me through it. You should be so helpful with it. You should make your own videos all day long, and I was able to do my own thing, help everyone else with their stuff. I have to just help me and you now. It's a me and you game now. It's a full-time job.
I want to do that though.
So why don't you do it? Like what's stopping you? I get my shit done every day. I post every day. I stream every day. I can't rely on you guys every day. That's why I do my own thing.
I believe that if he actually loved and cared about her, he would have just sat down and talked to her about it, but he didn't. He decided to yell at her or even get physically aggressive to the point where she broke down in tears.
And I'm brushing my teeth, I'm crying, there are tears coming down my face. And he comes right here and he's like, "You're a stupid fucking spitting on me." He literally, I could feel the fucking spit come off of his mouth because of how close he was to my face, screaming in my ear. And he pushes me as hard as he can into the wall. And I caught myself in my arm, which I have a picture of the bruise from the day after. He pushes me and I caught myself, and he told me, he was like, "Oh, you flopped." He's like, "Stop flopping." I was like, "I did not flop." I said, "Don't you ever fucking put your hands on me, ever, ever."
And unfortunately, things were only going to get much worse, as McKinley would describe an instance that would happen after she talked back to Jack in a particular way, and this is when she realized she was in a lot of trouble.
I remember all I said to him was, "If I'm so fucking useless, then why do you take all my money?" That's all I said. And that enraged him. He was furious. He stormed over to me. He was like, "You stupid fucking He's like, "You're not grateful for shit." He was like, "I should have never given you a fucking chance."
Since the podcast went live, Jack's public hate situation has now hit an all-time high as the audience reinterpreted Jack's chaotic content style as sign of a larger issue in how he treated the people around him. From that point forward, his entire character is no longer viewed at face value. It has reset how the internet understood it. Pump and dump scam. Jack Doherty has also been known to have a reputation of lying to and scamming his fans. To him, it has never really mattered what he does as long as it brings in money, even if it means turning his own audience into a quick payout. On the 22nd of November 2024, Jack started a Twitter live stream captioned "Buying Meme Coins Live," in which he desperately tried to hide the fact that he was about to promote his own meme coin. When Jack finally decided to pick a coin, his intentions became very obvious.
Whoever gets the ticker symbol right of what I'm getting, of what coin I'm about to buy, it's one of my most viral moments, guys, so I'm about to show y'all what it is. I'm about to put a bag in it, and I'm excited, guys. I'm excited.
Not only was the coin created an hour before the live stream, but its title was a direct reference to one of Jack's other viral moments, the McLaren crab.
I'm buying McLaren coin. All right, let's go. I just bought 5 soul. I just bought 5 soul worth. Let's see. Okay, let's see.
Once users began to buy in, Jack stopped engaging with the chat and ended the stream right before he rug pulled his fans. Sadly, scamming his audience once wasn't enough for Jack, as he'd pull the same trick again the following day.
Hey, how are you? How come you rugged all those meme coins, bro? On Pump One. I didn't. What do you mean? You did. You're still streaming? Yeah, I'm live right now. On Pump One? Streaming on Pump One? Nah, on Pump One, nah. Wait, I mean, you took all the money from those, like, 4 coins. I didn't take money from... Look at the charts, boy. You didn't rug them? Nope. It was a straight red candle, bro. On every single one of them. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Dude, I know. Nah, no one bought it. You rugged for 6K, though.
Oh, you rugged a coin for 6 grand? What a...
You couldn't even move it past 100K, dude. What happened? The coin couldn't even go past 100K. Zero motion. Jack, let me know when the next coin's dropping. Jack, ECA, please, bro.
His fans began calling him out for his deplorable behavior, but he would only make them hate him even more as he turned the scene into a childish argument.
You think you can pump a coin past 100K? You're so stupid. You can't even let me speak, you idiot. Go ahead.
What? Can you speak? You
man, bro, you on that one. Hey, you guys are dumb. You think I made only 6 days? Is that Marlon?
Oh, that's great.
They have nothing left. They have a rugless. Jack already has.
Dude, are you crying?
Look at that loser, bro.
On the 23rd of December, Jack tried to garner some goodwill and publicity by interviewing with the creator PackGod, but it only served to degrade his reputation further and expose him as a fraud.
So one thing that a lot of people were asking about that I'll just relay for you is your primary source of income. Where would you say you make the most amount of money on the internet? If you don't mind disclosing that. If you do, that's
I'm pretty sure you're digging for the only answer. No, I'm kidding, but obviously, it's not like, so that's not known. But yeah, a decent amount of my money comes from OnlyFans management and that side of things, but also a decent chunk of it, my monthly income comes from my own stuff.
While the interview was only a few minutes long, it felt like an eternity for Jack as PackGod constantly confronted him with the degenerate nature of his business and social media persona. By this point, his fans weren't confused anymore, they were angry. They felt played and used, like Jack had looked at them not as supporters, but as targets. The backlash continued escalating, but instead of taking accountability, Jack doubled down. He went to Twitter saying that anyone who criticized him was jealous, broke, or low IQ. This incident didn't just hurt his reputation, it changed how people interpreted everything he did afterward. Any future project, promotion, or collaboration was now viewed with suspicion. The idea that Jack would cash out on the people who built his career became the defining takeaway, because once your own viewers stop believing you're on their side, there's nothing left to fall back on. OnlyFans exploitation. Another controversy that shaped how the public viewed Jack was the way he handled money and management around the women in his circle. As McKinley exposed it during the Camila Araujo podcast, Jack played a direct role in influencing or encouraging her and others around him to start OnlyFans. She says that once they launched, he positioned himself as the person managing their accounts, overseeing the content, and handling payout.
I'll never forget this night. Michelle walked into the bathroom I was in. I was by myself. She basically told me, listen, don't freak out. Jack really wants you to start OnlyFans. And he said that there's no reason for you guys to be together if you're not helping. When he realized he didn't have the control over me, he realized that he did need to create an ultimatum for me. And that was hard for me. And he knew that. He knew what I felt and how I felt about him and the whole situation. And I cried and I was like, I just need to talk to him. I was thinking, if I go and talk to him and just say, this is how I feel about this, he'll respect it again. And if he sends me home and doesn't want to be with me because of this, I guess it is what it is. But I didn't want to lose that.
Jack took a percentage of the earnings and made agreements structured in a way that made it difficult to question or renegotiate, placing them in situations where they felt pressured to stay in the arrangement and financially dependent on him.
They make money from OnlyFans, but he also takes a large chunk.
McKinley also revealed that they were made to sign NDAs, which prevented anyone from discussing details publicly at the time. According to her, this included restrictions around talking about how money was handled and what percentage Jack received.
And I never knew what chunk of money was taken because he has everyone on NDAs. They were unable to talk about it, but also at the same time, I did have a lot of the girls confide in me because I wasn't involved in the business side of things, and they would just tell me how unhappy they are with the contract that they're in.
At one point, McKinley claims that Jack took out a significant portion of her, an amount around $300,000, which she did not feel in control of. She described this not as an isolated misunderstanding, but as part of a broader dynamic where Jack maintained financial leverage in the relationship.
That same day I bought my car, Jack and I had a joint bank account. We shared a bank account. He would take the money from put it into this joint bank account and take his cut of money. But when I went into my account, I realized that all my money was gone before I even could wire the money for my car.
The day you were buying your
The day I was buying my car, I went into that bank account, which was where I was gonna use that money to buy my car. I looked at it and it was all gone. And I was like, what? I was so confused. Thank goodness I had money in my other accounts because I was making YouTube money. So I was able to wire the money for the car. He took that money from me and put it into the house.
How much?
I want to say $300,000.
His behavior would also be exposed on his interview with PackGod, clearly showing that he didn't care about his OF motives.
A lot of people have, some fault with you promoting OnlyFans to young children. What would you say to these people who say that, that's an irresponsible thing to do? Making videos for young children with editing that's stylized for young children, and then at the end of these videos, what you're doing is promoting pornography. What do you say to that?
Business, dog. What are you gonna do about it?
It's just business?
I'm kidding.
No, okay, Jack, come on, man, come on. Just how about you just say it, but then stand by it. Just say it's just business, and then be like, it's just business. Just say just be like, look, I'm gonna promote.
Like, it's just like at the end of the day, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. And
public harassments. Jack has also built a reputation for public confrontations during many of his live streams. Many of his most viral clips come from arguments, feuds, or altercations that take place while he's filming in public. For instance, on February 19th, 2025, when Jack was live streaming with creator Joshua Blog. For most of the stream, things appeared normal until Jack initiated a confrontation with a stream sniper, which quickly turned into a physical altercation.
I just have to, bro. Yeah. I think I might just. Well, you're getting chips everywhere.
The clip spread quickly, and Kick suspended his account for violating platform conduct rules.
I think I just got banned on Kick. Oh my god, dog. I just got banned on Kick because
and he went on to talk ill about the platform.
Fucking disruption? So all 200,000 followers are built on your fucking platform. Fuck you and lick my fucking balls, Eddie. Fuck you and all your Australian friends. They all suck dick. I'm sorry, you guys are a bunch of pussies. You're turning into Twitch, and you know what? Twitch is fucking better because I'm actually live on Twitch right now because it's not a fucking liberal-ass platform like you guys. I hope you the border as well.
Not long again during TwitchCon, Jack would continue with his derogatory antics approaching various creators, including streamer Peach Jars, while recording and throwing around homophobic and transphobic slurs. According to the clip circulated at the time, Jack used offensive and derogatory language while trying to provoke a reaction from her on camera.
Kidding, but like, my brother's gay. Two guys at once. How can I be homophobic? You don't know anything. You're just a woman.
You can still be homophobic.
Oh, and what are you? Homosexual?
Reasonable human being.
How am I homophobic? I love my brother.
You're not just hear all the slurs you
So what was... Doesn't mean I'm homophobic just because I say I'm homophobic.
Peach attempted to disengage and walk away, but Jack continued following with the camera, trying to continue the interaction. Eventually, another attendee stepped in and the exchange ended. The clip led to widespread criticism of his behavior at the event.
Like it's gay, bro. But it's like, that's not a big deal. My brother's gay. I can say...
This is a dumb clip you're farming.
I can say it. If a word offends you, you can cry about it.
Once again, later after the same event, Jack would continue his obnoxious behavior and cause a disruptive scene when Cannel Joseph, a popular influencer, had called him out for being immature.
What are your thoughts on Jack Doherty?
What's up?
Why?
Because it's Jack Doherty, bro. He's a bro. If he doesn't have no security, bro, he's... Where's he at? Is he behind me? Where's he at?
Would you pull up on him?
I would pull up on him, but like no security, like I'll pull up on him.
The conversation turned confrontational.
Touch me if you wouldn't touch me.
I just did.
Like you wouldn't touch me.
No, I'm not gonna fight you. What does that get? That's what you need.
And during the exchange, Jack would even get so mad and rage baited that he stole one of Cannel's expensive microphones.
Okay, can I get my mic back? Or like...
I'm looking for it. I actually don't know where it's at, bro. One of the girls has it. She ran away, bro. You shouldn't have been mean to her.
So the other girl took it.
Someone did, bro.
You're right, bro. You corny, bro.
Many of these moments of public confrontations have contributed to a reputation that Jack is always willing to provoke conflict if it produces a dramatic clip. Most of his new incidents have started to look less like spontaneous chaos and more like a deliberate method, a way to turn real people into content opportunities. In other words, the confrontations have ceased looking like accidents and they now seem like the strategy he has put up. Pregnancy situation. At the time, Jack Doherty was in a long-term relationship with McKinley Richardson. Their relationship was publicly known, but the details of what happened behind the scenes were not widely discussed at the time. According to McKinley, there was a point where she discovered she was pregnant. She took a test, confirmed the result, and understood that the situation could significantly affect both of their lives going forward.
I ordered the pregnancy test. I took it. I wasn't expecting anything, and it was positive. I took another one, and instantly positive. I was like, wow, like it's real. Like this is real. My life is over. Like that's all I was thinking. I was like, my life is done. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. My parents are going to kill me.
When she told Jack, she says that his response was not focused on the responsibility or emotional weight of the moment. Instead, she claims he immediately viewed the situation in terms of how much attention and money it could bring in online. She says the first discussion centered around the potential to turn the pregnancy into content.
And I told him, and he didn't seem surprised whatsoever. He was like, W. It was oh my gosh, we're gonna start a family YouTube channel and you're going to make so much money when you're pregnant and you have a pregnant belly.
McKinley has also said that during this period, the environment in the house was fast-paced and centered around constant stimulation, long hours, high energy, and content production taking priority over personal well-being. She described the lifestyle as one where momentum mattered more than stability, and where emotional or personal needs were often pushed aside to keep up with the pace of streaming and content creation.
I even felt bad for, even just the fact that I had that, and I'm, actively taking Adderall. I was actively drinking. I was like, I had no idea. I go downstairs and Jack is outside, and I was like, Jack, I need to talk to you. I was like, how do you keep up with all of this stuff? I'm exhausted. Like, how do you continue to do this? And he was like, it's like, you should try. He's like, you will be successful. I'm not proud of it at all, but I had a horrible addiction dating him. Also, it's like when Jack's face is somewhere, I was always there. I had to keep up with him without that substance. And when I did that, I felt more motivated. I'm not on it anymore, thankfully, but that ruined my life. I couldn't function without it.
This moment became significant because it showed how deeply the content mindset had taken over. What would normally be a private and life-changing situation was approached as another opportunity for attention.